Dadsploitation. Noun. A term for a genre of films made particularly in the 1990s and the 2000s that largely feature forgotten old men actors and were aimed at middle-aged male audiences. Hello everyone, it's 100 Things You Learn from Film. I'm one of your hosts, my name's Plenty, and tell him...
And I'm the other guy, and I'm the podcast version of being dadsploitated. I'm John.
You're a dad, but I don't think you've ever been exploited.
No, never.
Exploited or tainted.
Exploited.
Exploited attachment. Oh, fantastic. Listeners, it is episode 2, week 2 of our Dadsploitation month, TM, this podcast. I'm getting it copyrighted. No one's having it. It's ours. Dadsploitation. Yeah. Films about old men,
angry dads,
beating out people. Dads. Yeah, angry dads, mad old uncles.
Exactly.
my dad and my mad uncles. John, how are you?
I'm alright. But this film got my blood up.
Got my blood up.
But no, I'm alright, mate. Had a good New Year and all that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so, Happy New Year, everyone, as well. Happy New Year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Oh, look, there he is. It's the third member of the podcast. We've said this a few times because he's been on like 10 times now. It's Paul Payne. Paul, how are you?
I'm really good, and it's great to be back.
Yeah, it wouldn't be an old men beating bastards up film if Paul wasn't on.
He always brings the pain.
The Godfather of Dadsploitation. The stepfather of Dadsploitation. Put that on the list. The stepfather.
The creepy uncle of Dadsploitation.
I don't know why I come back here, just get ripped. Sorry,
Uncle Festering. Paul, you bought a film for us, but look, you do loads of things, and Paul, regulars will know, is Evil Genius Artworks, but he is doing something really, really special at the minute because you finally launched your own apparel, haven't you?
Oh yeah. I've worked out how to do it, and so if
you go how to do it. Jesus. Well, I don't know why I'm laughing at because we still have.
I know. You still to Google it. Just look Paul.
I should make myself sound more professional, but yeah. At Evil Genius Artworks on Instagram and Etsy. 5 years going now. Lots of bootleg projects. That's how I got in contact with you guys first of all, wasn't it? With the Rambo versus the Blair Witch and all the Death Wish stuff. But just started doing my own t-shirts. Projects I'm working on at the moment, which is the Serial Killer Source Book, which is not really that movie related, but it's a Marvel style look at all of the greatest serial killers of our time. And you can get the official t-shirt on my shop right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Just out of interest, in your opinion, who is the greatest serial killer of all time?
Harold Shipman.
He's one of our own. He's one of us. John quite enjoyed being in Amsterdam and hearing Nottingham Forest fans singing "He's one of our own" about Harold Shipman. I didn't have the heart to tell them that apparently he was a Notts County fan, but it was quite fun. We enjoyed that.
But his record is second to none.
Second to Nan.
Nan.
Fantastic. Oh, that's good. I'm personally a big fan of the Yorkshire Ripper.
Right.
This is a different type of podcast, isn't it?
I know.
Look, they say you've got, for the first 5 minutes, you've got to keep it light on YouTube. Here we are.
Well, I've kept the best. I kept the best till last. I'm a big, massive Dennis Nielsen fan.
Of course, he's again local lad.
Local, keep it local.
The good thing, plug wise, is on my serial killer t-shirt. All 3 of those serial killers are featured.
Right.
So
there you go.
Yeah. I've always wanted to go. In fact, Tom of Everything We Learned from the Simpsons podcast fame, we did talk about going as the Yorkshire Ripper and into a few parties, costume parties, because it's just like a roll neck, turtleneck, like black long sleeve jumper and an Elvis wig in it, possibly with a pen stuck hanging out your eye.
Yeah, and you need a little goatee. But I think he's a terrifying looking human.
Yeah, he was a horrible
he looked
man.
Like the devil, didn't he?
Yeah, he's a piece of shit. Yeah, and I'm glad he's dead.
Again,
one of my favourite things in the world is that photo of him, Savile, and Frank Bruno. It's a beautiful thing. And this is, no one's listening to this, but everyone that's listening to this is going, yeah, we knew this about you.
No surprise.
moving on to the film we're going to try and learn 100 things from. Paul, you bought this one. In fact, you were banging on about this one for ages and ages, weren't you, as something that we should talk about. What is it?
It's Steven Soderbergh's The Limey, starring the great Terrence Stamp in what I think is his greatest role.
Oh,
I just like looking at Terrence Stamp walking around looking cool.
You
It's
don't
a bit
want
like
to
a British Bronson.
Kneel before Wilson.
No.
Kneel before Wilson. What would happen if they put Wilson in that big spinny thing and sent him into space? I can't believe I'm stuck in here with you pricks. Now I'd seen this on VHS. This was a VHS rental when I lived in Leeds from the old style video shop across from Slips Deli. There's one for Leeds residents. And I rented this because they had a poster in there that had faded in the sun. And I thought, this poster has faded in the sun, has been there that long. I've got to watch this film. If they've had the poster up that long, it's got to be great. And I remember it being...
One sunny day, probably.
What are you saying?
Where is Leeds, yeah. I remember it not being as good as I hoped it was going to be, but I remember really enjoying the main character. And I think without Stamp, this is nothing, in my opinion. I think he makes this film.
Yeah, Peter Fonda's quite good as well, but
Peter Fonda, yeah, Peter Fonda's always great. He's always great. So look, listeners, this
It's way more arty than the stuff we normally cover, isn't it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
We'll talk about that.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. I still think the first Death Wish is stylized.
Yeah, true.
And the second one's obviously got a Jimmy Page soundtrack, so you know. Oh no, was the first one got Jimmy Page soundtrack? The second one's got
second one.
Yeah, second one's Jimmy Page.
Oh no, I think the first one the first one does, but then they reuse it for the second, don't
they?
They
did.
Yeah, then it's Herbie Hancock for the third one and the fourth one. And then it's Nick Hancock for the fifth one. Nick Hancock's own goals and gaffes is the soundtrack to the fifth one. I'm looking forward to Ronnie Rosenthal skying it over the bar. Anyway, that's next week. Next week's spoilers. Right, okay. Listeners, we try and learn 100 things from every film that we cover. Spoilers abound. If you like what we do, you can give us a quid. Go to 100thingswelearnfromfilm.co.uk to follow us on the socials, or go to patreon.com/100thingsfilm. Give us a quid. We'll give you a shout out every episode, and we will put you on the spinny wheel. This month, lovely Rob Jones has fallen on the spinny wheel, and spoilery, he has picked The Untouchables. Which unfortunately he's coming on for, Paul, so you can't come on for. Although I saw your face light up there. I said The Untouchables.
I thought you've not done that before.
No. And you can see Paul's great because he comes on and he really adds a lot to the stuff to it. But Paul doesn't listen to the podcast.
I know,
because he always goes, "You ain't done that before. You ain't done it before. I can't believe you ain't done it before." Paul, there are only 202 films we've done, and this is one of them. Out of all the films you've seen, right? Shall we begin? John, should you tell us what films were out in 1999?
Have we got time?
Throw them in. What the fuck?
Oh, God, I had them. Oh, mate, sorry.
That's all right.
No,
I'd say we'll edit it out, but I won't bother.
I killed it.
Well, we'll leave it. It's fine.
Yeah, please.
Don't worry about it. Okay. Listeners, if you want to know what films were available in 1999, then Google what films came out in 1999 and drop us a message. Drop us a message
and tell us.
No
one want to know for definite was American Pie, because I used to take girls on dates to watch that.
I heard I used to take her girls, and I thought, I think that's what American Pie's about, right?
Yeah, take a pie.
Okay. Right. We're going to spoil this, and if you like this film, I'm probably going to ruin it for you. So, The Limey, of course, and of course, I've just looked to see in my pad so I could write this one down. And John, what has happened?
Sorry, I just quickly Googled 1999.
Oh, good work, lads. Yeah, go on.
Fight Club,
okay.
The Matrix.
Okay, yeah.
The Sixth Sense.
Oh, yeah.
Office Space, which is a select.
Great, but that's on the list. Yeah.
Yeah, so very strong year.
Good work.
I know we've done 1999 not that long ago, because I remember rhyming them up.
Well done, Paul, the guest. I'm doing all the work. The only bit of work I ask John to do every week. That's great. That's fantastic. Well done, that man. Right. Box office failure, gentlemen. It cost $10 million and it made 3.2 million domestic.
That's a kick.
Which is brutal, isn't it?
Oh, fuck the haters.
Yeah. John, artisan entertainment. You got anything for these?
Yeah,
lads?
began as family home entertainment in the 80s, founded by Noel C. Bloom and in 1998, focused on independent films like the Blair Witch Project, and was acquired by Lionsgate in 2003.
Oh, mate, you took all the words out of my mouth, which ruined it for me. Also produced, previous episode that you were on last year, Paul, The Wishmaster.
Oh, no, I'm not going to do the voice.
You will make a name for yourself distributing B-movies on video in the 80s. You'll also be responsible for one of the biggest horror hits of all time. But then you'll end up merging with Lionsgate and everyone will forget about Requiem for a Dream.
Oh.
S to S. By the way, lads, I finally got Rachel to watch Requiem for a Dream last week. And she hated it.
No winner.
She went, I can see why you like this film. Before we got to the ass bit, that is, by the way. I could see why 22-year-old you loved this film. It is like ADHD on speed.
It really is, isn't it? Jesus.
I didn't take it out for breath, baby. It would absolutely ruin Keith David for you, that movie, wouldn't it?
No, it really would, wouldn't it? Jesus.
I like this podcast will ruin every movie for you. Right. First things first, listeners. The timeline for this film is all over the shop.
Yep.
It's an absolute state. So I've done my best to keep it coherent, but I read that there's a reason for that. Steven Soderbergh, who, a bit of a genius, deliberately fractured the timeline to mirror Wilson's damaged emotional state. Scenes repeat, overlap, or contradict each other, which makes the audience feel the same distortion. And absolutely it did, but more than anything else, it made me feel annoyed.
Aye. He done a bit of that with Ocean's 11 as well, didn't he? There was some bits.
Yeah. Ocean's 11's on the list, by the way, John. Yeah. I don't know if it'll be hard work. I don't really know if I want to go back to it.
That's Steven Soderbergh as well, though, isn't it? It's one of his. It's one of his
most acclaimed films, apparently.
Signatures. That
really?
Type of going back and forth, but that's in quite a lot of films.
Andy Garcia in that one, the bad guy.
Yes.
Yeah. First one, yeah. And then in the third one, it's Al Pacino, Ellen Barkin, Sea of Love. I wish it was Sea of Love, much better film. We meet Wilson at the airport in LA. He's an English bloke, of course. He's played by Terrence Stamp. Mm-hmm. By the way, dead less than a year. It feels like he's been gone a long time. Dead less than a year.
God.
At the motel, he unpacks his bag. What's he got in his bag?
Old Spice, baby.
Old Spice. Anything on Old Spice?
Yep. So it first started off as a female. Started off as a female fragrance.
As a female, yeah.
As a female fragrance. It was launched in 1930. Yep. 1937, and then in 1938, they focused on the male.
Yeah, that's right. He made by William Lightfoot Schultz. What a great name that is. He was inspired by his mother's potpourri.
What?
Old Spice has sponsored many cars throughout NASCAR. They first sponsored Ricky Craven at Talladega in 2004.
What about Ricky Bobby?
Don't put that evil on me, Ricky Craven. A bottle of Old Spice, 100ml at Boots Online, $9.99.
Ooh, still a bargain then.
Yeah.
Up there with High Karate.
Karate, yeah. The song as he's getting ready is The Seeker by The Who. It's a great song. 1970 hit, one of the few written by lead singer Roger Daltrey. There you go.
I don't think so. I think you've got that wrong, Mark.
All right, okay. I'm going off the Wikipedia.
The B-side of The Seeker is written by Roger
really?
Daltrey. I checked this fact out earlier.
Fantastic. Right, well, I'll scrub that one out then. Good work. I guess that was written by the bloke who was looking up sexual deviancy online for a book that he wrote. Never read the book. Don't know if it came out.
While we're on Who, did you see that Chris Stamp, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
That's me. I told you I'd had a few essays too many. We're too late tonight. But Chris Stamp was one of the co-managers of The Who and Terrence Stamp's brother.
That is phenomenal.
That is a link,
yeah.
What a link indeed. That's got to be the fact of the show. I ain't got anything better than that.
Who knew?
Back to The Seeker, not to be confused with The New Seekers. 29 in the Stupid Sexy Flanders chart. 15 in the Vegetarian Painter Austrian chart. Also where, John?
The Netherlands.
Lovely. He's got a letter from Ed Roll.
Yeah.
Ed Roll lives, as you see on the back of the address, 2430 Lakeside Avenue, and he heads to meet him. According to the American version of Zoopla, Zillow, 2430 Lakeview Avenue, Los Angeles, is currently not for sale. The 1,692 square foot single family home is a 4-bedroom, 3 baths property with a value of $1.1 million. He knocks on the door. You're home then. Every delivery in this is hilarious. Unintentionally or otherwise. And I think it's intentional, by the way. He introduces himself and we learn that Roll wrote to him. Oh, you're Ed Roll? Eduardo. He wrote to him saying his daughter had died. Jenny crashed her car, broke her neck on impact, and burnt up in a fire. Grim. Right. He suggests she may have driven recklessly or drunk. Eduardo, though, by the way, everybody's favourite.
Yeah,
Pachanga, Carlito's Way.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. It's funny that you went Carlito's Way because I went Boogie Nights. I went Boogie Nights, which again, Carlito's Way, Boogie Nights, this, all in a good, like, what a good few years he had. And it's all very special to consider that he was, he started his career at community college. Oh no, that was in the TV show Community, and they proved that he wasn't actually going there. There's a statue of him in the TV show Community. He did not go to Greendale College or whatever.
Lied. What a lie.
It's funny.
Have you guys ever done Carlito's Way? That's another man.
No, but I'd love to do it because I haven't seen it in probably about 20 years, and I know I love it. Because it inspires. This as well, by the way, I was going to say, Carlito's Way is such an inspiration for Vice City or GTA San Andreas. I'm not sure. Vice City, I think. But this is a huge inspiration for GTA. Like, you can't tell me the guys that create the GTA games have not seen this film 100 times. Because it's got GTA written all over it.
Yeah, well, Carlito's Way was Brian De Palma, wasn't it? He did Scarface as well, and I think Scarface, obviously a massive...
Scarface is brilliant. It is really long for this podcast. And a little, again, probably a little bit too stylized. Do you know what I mean? Paul's going, no, I'll come on and do it. Buy me a bottle of cheap Aldi knockoff and I'll come on. He spots the tattoos on Eduardo's arm. He says, I ain't no drug dealer. He says, I think you didn't get that ink on the Navy on national service. National service in Puerto Rico, which is where Luis Guzman is from, primarily involves joining the Puerto Rico National Guard, the Army or Air, for dual state or federal missions such as disaster relief and defence.
Yep.
He explains he was in state prison 5 years, but he sorted his life out.
Wilson.
Kirkconnell. All right, okay. Is that not round the corner from you? Oh, it's Fish Cross.
God, so I was just up the road doing it. It's Kirkconnell's in Kings County, California.
All right, okay.
And state pen, and it's got a capacity of 3,115.
Oh, nice. Okay. That makes it sound like a little football ground.
It does, doesn't it? Oh, well,
kind of grounds Paul goes to away in League Two. Oh, sorry, League One.
Thank you very much.
Of course, yeah.
Hanging in there.
Yeah, just about. Terry Valentine was the guy that she was in a relationship with. Wilson's here to get to the bottom of things, and he suspects him.
Oh, it was Angel for Home and Away, wasn't it?
It was indeed.
Melissa and George.
It was indeed. Melissa, 2 first names, by the way. Get out. 2 first names and not a word in this movie.
No.
I assume because she can't do an English accent? Question mark.
Easiest money she's ever made, though.
Yeah, absolutely. Eddie tells him that he drove Jenny downtown a few weeks before she died to a depot full of Badens. They could have been supplying fava beans to Eskimos for all I know. Valentine wasn't there.
Broad beans. I don't know they're broad beans.
It is broad beans, correct. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you say broad beans?
Some people suffer from favism, which I think is fascism, but spelled wrong. It's a hemolytic response to the consumption of broad beans.
Bloody hell.
There's something with the iron in them, apparently. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. Just from broad beans. She stood there eyeballing those guys, checking them out. Felt like she was covering my ass. I love this bit, by the way. We get this kind of like just this little flash of him buying guns off teenagers in the park.
Yeah.
Underneath a chessboard. It's like Kone 2014 alive and well, lads, isn't it?
Smith and Weston 686 and Smith and Weston 642.
The 686 is the big one, isn't it? That's the
man.
one. That's the proper revolver. And then the other one's the one with the little cartridge in the bottom.
I think is that a wee Colt thing?
Yeah, I
Keeps
like
in the
them.
back of his trousers.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so cool. We see him loading the guns and heading to this industrial unit that Eduardo spoke about. He uses these wire cutters to clip the fence and just make his way in.
It's a pair of pliers.
It's great. It's really good. And he's got this Bronson-esque bomber jacket and jeans combo on as well, which I absolutely love. He's so...
Harrington, I think.
Oh, is it really? Because you would... And Paul, you're a couture kind of guy. I could imagine you dressing like this to go to the football. I reckon you pull this off
I
for the
do
football.
think his fit is bang on.
It absolutely is. Yeah.
With a little turned up Levi's and
The little turn ups on them is great because it's not a big turn up either. It's just a little turn
it's
up.
perfect.
Yeah, they're boot cut as well, aren't they? Yeah. Jesus, listen to us. Inside, he speaks to this sweaty bloke. Can't be too careful. He just walks into it. Can't be too careful these days. Too many tea leaves about. You know, thieves. Terry Valentine, you know him. My name's Wilson. I've never heard of you. Little bird told me you and Terry Valentine are business dealings. It's just fucking
right into it.
He doesn't give a shit. He just comes in. And I don't know if you've ever met people like this, Paul, but when I lived in London for a very, very short period of time, I've drunk in boozers and in Leeds as well, with lads that they're very in your face straight away, early doors. In Glasgow, there's loads of them, John.
Oh, God, aye. Right.
You'll know that. Usually little guys as well.
They're the worst, aren't they?
Right in your face, yeah. He smashes this guy's head against the desk when he says, I don't know any Terry Valentine. And he goes through the old Rolodex entry, doesn't it? I love the Rolodex.
Yeah.
And he just pulls it out and pockets it. My daughter, Jenny Wilson, you know her. These goons show up and restrain him.
Batter him.
Yeah. Oh, your daughter comes in here sticking her nose in. What's your business with Terry? He says, I admire Terry, but he really let himself get royally pussy whipped by that bitch. And then he comes over and says, you know what I'd like to do to her? I'd like to... And it's good because he doesn't need to get the NC-17. Do you know what I mean? You can just have this said, but so that we don't hear it, and you can still give it a...
the imagination's terrible too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Wilson knees him in the nuts. It's a good one. He gets him twice, doesn't he? It's two big, quick knees in the nuts. And these goons drag him out. And as John said, they batter him and throw him to the floor. They take his gun off of him, but they forgot about that tiny little one in his belt that you mentioned, Paul. Yeah. He gets up and the swagger as he walks. The swagger is so cool. It's so cool. And again, this is another thing, John, you mentioned, like, you don't have to hear it because the imagination's so much better. Yeah. And he walks in and there's a bam, 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 bam. And then there's some screaming and shouting. There's another bam. And then the guy runs out and he shouts after him, "You tell him I'm coming. Tell him I'm fucking coming." And it's great. And it's the tagline of the movie as well, isn't it? Tell him I'm coming. And it just... Was he always this cool?
That footage at the beginning of playing the guitar looks raw.
Oh,
it's definitely that cool.
Did you not see that? Because that's actually one of his early films.
He's always been that cool.
Yeah.
Always been that cool. Yeah.
But that was because that's quite interesting as well. The character Wilson is named after the character from Poor Cow.
Oh right, I didn't know.
Yeah, he was called Wilson in that. So it's almost like a sequel in some alternate universe.
Yeah. Oh, I've got a lot more respect for it. In fact, the more I learned about the film, the more respect I've got. And I'm going to have to pick up the DVD so I can listen to them because some of the stuff I read that's apparently on the commentary is fucking great. I was going to say
the director's commentary is Soderbergh and the writer Ken Hobb, I think it's called. No, Len Dobbs, and it is there's such a tension between the two of them because Len Dobbs' script was obviously he really hates a lot of what Steven Soderbergh did with it, and he says it on the commentary. It's like the Cockney rhyming slang thing is one of them.
Oh really? That's so cool.
In the original script, he only uses it once, but apparently Soderbergh and Terrence Stamp carried it on.
But do we only like that because we're British?
I don't. I find that bit a bit cheesy. It's
Oh,
like
do
the way
you? No, I love it. No, I love it.
But he explains it. That's the bit. I think he should
I
use
guess
it, but
so,
not explain it to
No,
everyone.
I opened my eyes to what they actually meant because I didn't know what Off the Hook was. Or
we were on the phone the other day, weren't we? And you were like, I can't believe like half the stuff I learned here.
That was the only one that was in the original Len Dobbs script. Was the Butchers,
right? Okay.
And then, the director's commentary is such a good listen because it's obviously two people that don't agree on what the film came out like.
That's for me. I'm going to pick up a copy of Sheep. I'm going to watch that. Next week, this massive house in Beverly Hills. Absolutely lovely. Terry Valentine's here. John, our favourite, one of our absolute favourites.
Yeah, well, defo.
Much prefer him surfing lava, to be honest. If I'm
or riding motorbikes.
Right, getting fucking blammoed at the end of that movie. That is one of the endings that has lived with me from a movie. The end of Easy Rider, where it just zooms out, and that's the end. And you're like, this isn't the movie I signed up for. It's so like
I didn't know he co-wrote it.
Oh right, he really. Okay.
I love those bleak 70s endings. Though.
Yes, so do I. No, because
it's like a zombie movie, isn't it?
Yeah, it's like, because everyone was doing these huge overblown studio things, weren't they? And then all of a sudden, like these guys come in and and like this, it all changes, and it's like, what are we watching here? Like we're watching real life almost. Yeah. No, I really like that.
They were at what is it, Mulholland Drive?
All right, yeah.
Everyone was like, so there's a notorious hairpin called Dead Man's Curve that used to have a collection of cars below it. There was that many crashes.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool.
Dead Man's Curve.
Dead Man's Curve, and a little woman, a little old couple coming in under the door, and a woman singing, crying in Spanish. Oh no, but at least Mulholland Drive, it's just a different movie. Anne Margaret shot scenes with Peter Fonda as his ex-wife. Every single one of them excised from this film. Anne Margaret, by the way, still looking great in '99. Yeah, still
even Grumpy Old Men.
Oof. Tell you what, I wouldn't be grumpy if I had Anne Margaret, that's for sure. I tell you who's underrated here, by the way. Barry Newman as Avery, Jim Avery, right, with his Frank Butcher glasses. I can see you pulling a pair of these off, Paul. These big. Like these big tinted
I've got a few pairs of those.
Have you? Have you also got a spinning bow tie? All right, babe.
I was going for Deirdre Barlow. You went straight for the Frank Butchers.
Free the Milton Keynes one.
That's it.
He's got it all as Terry Valentine. He's got a house. He's got the pool. He's got the young girlfriend. And it was the second time I watched this before I got this line. Adar. I remember telling your parents if they were looking for a name, they couldn't go wrong with a constellation. Wait, what? What? Anyway, Adar is the name used for the star system.
Jimmy Savile.
Very much so. Epsilon Canis Majoris, which is Latin for the great dog. We'll let the listeners do their own off-colour gags, I think. Sirius the dog star is there, but Air Bud is not. The actress here is great, by the way. Amelia Heinlein. She doesn't have a lot to do, but she's pretty and she's kind of like big-eyed, kind of fawning over him kind of thing. Yeah. And she's good at that. She's been in The Young and the Restless on TV, gentlemen, since 2005.
What?
She's not so young now, but I assume she's probably still restless.
Is that still on TV, The Young and the Restless?
It's still on TV, apparently, according to Wikipedia. She won 2 daytime Emmys for the role in 2014 and 2015. Credit to her.
Well done, huh? Competing with Drake Ramori.
Not since you fell down that elevator shaft.
Brain transplant.
Is there anything in this world that you want or need? I want to know why you have that big scary man in your house, which is what Rachel says about me all the time. Scary man. Since to the cats. Avery tells Terry about the slaying downtown. He calls it a slaying. He's like, don't, oh, come off, you're not the 6 o'clock news. Like, the 6 o'clock news talking about slayings downtown. Cops got a load of leads to follow. They can't connect anything to you. Avery explains the tell him I'm coming. Tell him I'm coming. No, tell him I'm coming. Who? Nobody knows. But you're the big bad in this movie, so it could be you. It could be you. Avery said the goods are gone, the money has been washed, and the middlemen are now dead, so there's no connection. And I'm kind of like, wow, this is probably a lot darker than I remember it being. Like what have they? And obviously, we'll learn. More flashback type stuff, talking with Eduardo about Jenny and Valentine. Jenny was in Eduardo's acting class with Elaine. This is great, by the way. This acting class. Elaine's her best friend. She was her best friend and voice coach. Wilson goes to Elaine's place to see her. I heard you were at Her Majesty's pleasure. The Wembley Stadium gig, Pink Floyd. He's like, yeah, well, the money's lying in an offshore account. It's earning me a nice premium every year. The money was merely resting in my account, you see, Elaine.
Pink Floyd's first gig at Wembley was in November 1974.
I'm so glad you did that, because I planned on doing it and didn't. Thank you very much. I was going to look it up. I do wonder how much money they made from that. But all gigs were like £3 then, weren't they? So it doesn't matter.
Pretty much, eh?
2 bob and a rabbit. We learned Elaine was on the TV soap for 3 years. Did Eddie tell you? Yeah, he's my new China. What? China plate? Mate.
Yeah, I like that.
Wilson tells us Jenny's mum died when she was 12. When Jenny was 12, not Jenny's mum. Jenny bounced around the family. Flashbacks of a young Terrence Stamp with Jenny. As you say, Paul, this is from 1967 film Poor Cow. Ken Loach's debut film as a director.
Yeah, first film.
Ken Loach is a great director, isn't he? We don't need to do some Ken Loach. It would be grim as fuck. I also want to do Nil by Mouth, but that would be a really different.
Ken Loach.
I want a podcast that just does Ken Loach movies and see how much interest there'd be in that. That would be great, wouldn't it? I love Ken Loach. I think he's an absolute national treasure. But I would probably find myself in a really dark place mentally if I had to watch one of
101 things you learn about kitchen sink dramas.
Kitchen melodrama. 101 things we learned about James Corden having a heart attack at 17 in a film. That's a good movie as well, especially because he has a heart attack. That was true. It's a shame it hasn't really happened. Yeah. Christ, John, last week it was Holly Valance. This week we're slagging off Corden. Yeah, they're coming for us. Aye. We did Taken last week, Paul, and we didn't have slag Holly Valance.
Aye, twat.
During the filming, Steven Soderbergh was unsure exactly which scenes from Poor Cow we wanted to use, so he asked Warner Brothers for permission to use the entire film. Warner's went, fuck off. So Soderbergh told the head of Warner's he would never make a film for him again. And they went, yeah, go on then. Because Soderbergh was hot property.
Yeah.
Because was this on the back of Clooney and J-Lo? What was that? What's that
Out
movie?
of Sight? Is it Out of Sight?
Man, Out of Sight's hot, isn't it? That is a hot movie. Yeah.
Sex, Lies and Videotape, Traffic.
Oh no, not the good Traffic though. The racist one, not the sexy one.
The weird
He's
very hit and miss Soderbergh for me.
Yeah, well, me too. Yeah, me too. I hate Traffic. I think it's terrible. I think it's horrible. I didn't
hate
like
Contagion as well. That everyone said that.
Yeah, I went to the cinema to see that when it came out, and I was just delighted they finally got to use that the head out of the box.
Yeah,
they used Gwyneth Paltrow's head for that
finally.
film. Yeah, finally.
And it was very before COVID. But
it was, yeah. And then I think when we got locked down, the first thing Rachel watched was Contagion.
Yeah, I think it got a big revival, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Yeah. I think it was like the most watched movie. And I'm like, maybe you shouldn't be watching this, people. Especially if you've got bats in your belfry. He tells him he knows the day that she died because he felt it all the way in England, and he went weak. Elaine knows Valentine was a music entrepreneur in the 60s. And Wilson is certain that guy is to blame. How do you know it was him? Well, I'll ask him. Well, here's the phone. Do you want his number? Oh, I've got his number. Again, that must make no sense in America. But here, someone said, I've got your number. Oh, fucking hell.
Well done.
Right, this is easily my favourite part of the movie here. This is brilliant. Eddie and Wilson go to the hills to scope out Valentine's place. He's watching through these little binoculars.
Yeah.
It's great. He's got the heavy mob in. They look like a right load of wallies.
Brilliant.
He passes him the most. No, they're valets.
There's a valet.
Valets? Who does he think he is? The Marquis of fucking Tavistock?
How can you not love this film? Come on
It's
now.
fucking honestly. The dialogue is 10 out of 10. Every line is
Yeah,
brilliant.
it's so good. Valley parking emerged in the 1920s and 30s in busy cities and hotels.
It was like Valley Girl. Valley
Valleys.
parking. He's a valley parking. No way. For sure. The Marquis of Tavistock, of course, listeners like this one. Francis Russell, two first names, born 27th September 1739, died 22nd of March 1767 after falling from his horse while hunting. His widow died 2 years later of tuberculosis. It's a rough time, wasn't it?
Did you not like this film then? I'm getting a professional.
No. So I know that I'd like the film. The only thing I didn't like about it was the way it was shot. Just a bit where because I was too busy. Like I was sitting there and then I realised, hang on a minute, this is like a flashback because it was, even though he's in the scene, he's no talking, and it confused me at the beginning.
Oh yeah, it's all over. Yeah, it's all layered, isn't it?
Yeah.
But
So
that reminds me of one of my favourite ever films. I think it's a much better film, but very similar. It's Dead Man's Shoes.
Oh man, we love Dead Man's Shoes, don't we?
Yeah, don't you kind of see similarities in the way that?
Yeah, very much so. Yeah,
and,
very much so.
Yeah.
The end of Dead Man's Shoes fucking floored me. I didn't call that at all.
No,
Didn't call. That
I didn't either. Have you ever done Dead Man's Shoes?
No, but it's on
No,
the
but
list because
it has
I
on the
I grew up probably about 10 miles away from where it's filmed.
Oh yeah, you're from the Shane Meadows.
Yeah,
area,
that's
aren't
what I love about Shane Meadows is because like nobody ever sounded like us on telly, like ever, except Sue Pollard, Torville and Dean. Do you know what I mean? And with this, at least somebody did.
you? Got a Midlands Martin Scorsese.
Oh mate, well, what did on the audio commentary for what's the last of the Cornetto trilogy? World's End.
World's End. Wow.
Yeah, they called Paddy Considine Raging Bull Ring. They called him, which I kind of liked. I mean, that's the West Midlands, but I still kind of like that.
Because they were going to do, there was a lost Paddy Considine, Shane Meadows film. They were going to do King of the Gypsies together, and it was meant to be their Raging Bull, and it never happened.
Did they fall out? I hope they didn't fall out.
Yeah, because they haven't worked together, have they?
No.
The Duncan Scorsese was, I think, the last
Oh
thing
man,
they
that
did.
was so much fun. That was so good. I liked the Duncan Scorsese. Anyway, we will do. I want to do a Shane Meadows season, but again, it's quite grim and it's a bit. It's not got a lot in it for John. But I do want to do Shane Meadows. Room for Romeo Brass is grim. Yeah,
and that's my favourite Paddy Considine, maybe even above Dead Man's Shoes.
Oh really? Yeah, because he's like, again, that's another kind of thing where you know there's something about his character, but I didn't expect it to go there anyway.
No.
We've got another.
But that's what I love about Meadows, the way he throws humour into like the darkest shit.
Yeah, and again, you've met these people.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
They are
You've met
familiar.
these people
Yeah, they're familiar.
And you've generally been told by your mates or your parents or anybody to just not hang around these people because there's something about them. Yeah. Anyway, we'll get there. Sorry, mate. I will take it back a little bit because that might help.
Oh no, just you were at the bit where he was handing his keys over to the valet.
Yeah. Okay. They drive up, and Wilson gives this lad the car keys. Oi, trousers, keep it handy. We won't be staying long. I'm going to start saying to everybody, oi, trousers. It's a great insult.
It was a 1996 Ford Taurus they had.
Oh, right. Oh, good spot with the cars, by the way. Guns and cars, John. It's what you do. Another great line coming up. Inside, the lad's asking him if he wants a drink. Baby Sham. Eduardo, Dubonnet with a twist. I'll have a Coke. It's perfect. It's brilliant.
Did any of you drink Baby Sham?
Mate, as a kid, it was the go-to. I was allowed to drink it. My sisters really liked it. I would prefer a lager when I was 10.
Pear cider, and it was known as the happiest drink in the world.
Oh, right, okay.
1953.
All right, okay. Yeah, it's a pear cider. It's a Perry, made in Shepton Mallet, Somerset. Yep. 6% ABV, launched in 1953. The first alcoholic product to be advertised on British commercial television, gentlemen.
Ooh.
You see. It's not just stupid impressions. The little deer mascot is not a little deer. It's a chamois, which is a deer antelope creature native to the Pyrenees and the Alps.
Hence a sham.
Yeah, and that's what you'd wash your car with. It's arse. Dubonnet, however, is a red wine with herbs. Chinchonka bark, easy for me to say, and cane sugar. It's an aperitif, so you get it in a little glass. Dubonnet was first sold in 1846 by Joseph Dubonnet in response to a competition run by the French government to find a way of persuading French foreign legionnaires in North Africa to drink quinine. Because quinine, of course, combats malaria. There you go. It is what it is. In the bathroom, Valentine is explaining the 60s to Ad Astra, or whatever she's fucking called.
Yep.
Have you ever dreamed about a place? A place you never really recall being there before. A place that only really exists in your imagination. A place far away, somewhere half remembered when you wake up.
With Toys in the Millions, all under one roof. It's called Toys R Us.
When you were there, though, you knew the language. You knew your way around countless roundabouts. Milton Keynes! Outside Wilson, I'm going to have a butcher's around the outside. Who are you going to butcher? Butcher's Hook. Look. John, you didn't know that, did you? You didn't know what Butcher's Hook was.
No, I got that.
I'll put it on the list. Paul, just for you, it's quiz time. Yeah, it's been a while since we've done a quiz, and I don't think we've ever quizzed Paul. Actually, we were talking about this, John, on the phone the other day. We think we might have quizzed you on the Warriors.
Gangs.
Did we give you gangs on the Warriors, or did I imagine that? I know we did. I know we did football hooligan gangs for Gavin Belson, didn't we? When we talked about Football Factory. Yeah, he was good at that. Right, so this is called Cockney or Notney, right? So for each question, you've got to decide whether or not the phrase is a genuine Cockney rhyming slang or total Notney, right? And a bonus point if you can guess afterwards what it means if it is Cockney. Now, listeners, full disclosure, Paul is hammered, right? So this is either going to go really well or really badly, right? Number one, we'll start easy, shall we? Mince pies.
Eyes.
Yeah, fantastic. Well done. It is Cockney. So you get 2 for that. Number 2, Dicky Dirt.
Shirt.
Correct. It's Cockney. Shirt. Number 3, Waterloo Q.
I don't think that. I've not heard that one.
No, it's not. You're right. It's not. Number 4, North and South.
Mouth.
You see, you live too close to fucking London for this.
I've got a very Cockney uncle.
Have you really? You got proper geezer, is he? Is he tasty? Does he still get down the boozer? Yeah. Does he? All right, nice one. All right, well this one's easy because I use this one a lot. Barnet Fair. Hair, yeah. And if someone's got a receding hairline, I call it a high Barnet. But I don't think anyone else does that. It's just me.
I'll take off in the Cockney world.
No, you should do. Well, that's John. Paul, you got all 5. Well done. You got all 5, which actually got you nine facts in the end. So we might actually do that. We might do this all the time. How many of those did you know, John? Top of your
head. The Barnet one. That was it. No, the shirt one.
The shirt.
Just 2. Aye.
He heads upstairs and sees a framed photo of Jenny and loads of fertility statues. He's looking at these fertility statues like, what the fuck?
Oh, is that the Kama Sutra stuff on it?
Yeah, that was another thing on the directors, that because they used someone's house, and that was actually just there. Those weird sex things. They weren't put in as anything. They were just there.
But it kind of it matches Valentine, doesn't it? In many ways. He wanders around the bedroom and he is Solaris or whatever she's called on her Motorola StarTAC phone.
Yeah, that's the first one they had.
That's my first ever mobile. My first ever mobile.
Released in January 1996, big man.
Fantastic. Could you do a photograph on that and put it and zoom in, enhance, like Taken? Outside, he spots the drop off the infinity pool. He turns to Eduardo. What are we standing on? Trust. It's good like trust. Good. And I also love, you could see the sea out there if you could see it. Perfect.
That is a weird line.
It's such a good line. And because there's nothing on this hill, like in front of them, I'm amazed that someone in California hasn't gone, let's just detonate this hill and make sure that we can charge another $2 million for these houses for people to get a sea view. Of course you can see the sea. It's there between the land and the sky. What do you expect to see out of it? Anyway, Wilson spots Valentine and walks in and pulls his gun and shoots him in the chest. All sorted in less than 37 minutes, gentlemen. Let's go home.
Let's do it.
No, not really. It's a fantasy, and we get another one of him shooting him in the elbow, which that would fucking knack, wouldn't it?
God, Jesus.
Followed by a final one between the eyes. It's all, of course, obviously it's not real. Eduardo leads him back outside, and Avery sends this goon out. And they keep making a joke about this heavy-set goon, don't they?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Eduardo goes to Eduardo, bring them out around, point it downhill.
Right.
The big lad approaches.
The goons were chosen for how big they were, not their acting abilities,
right.
which is he wanted to go for like brick houses. So.
Yeah, and they all are. They absolutely are. Yeah. The big lad approached him. We see all this, by the way, from inside through a window. And I think that gives it a certain different kind of feel that you don't see it close up. He lays the nut on him and then just hoys him over these railings. And I got to be honest, I pissed myself laughing at this. And I know it's not meant to be funny, but God, I laughed and I laughed. And then he just straightens his collar and walks off.
Yeah, right through the house, no bother.
Yeah, and there's this clamour, and folk find the body. Wilson and Eduardo drive off down the hill, followed by Avery. Mm-hmm. Wilson tells Eduardo that he didn't finish off Valentine because he has to know why he's murdering him. And Eduardo's driving really fast. And Wilson says, "Stop, chill out, Fangio." I was like, what is that? Juan Michel Fangio was a 5-time Formula One world champion in the 1950s. That's so cool. It's like your UK granddad calling you Sterling Moss.
Yeah, all right, Nigel. All right, Nigel.
Yeah, all right, Nigel. Yeah. That's so cool. Fangio. Because he's like, I'm not Fangio, I'm Eduardo. And again, great. Avery takes a different route to the boys and ends up kind of T-boning at the bottom of the hill. This is real GTA stuff, isn't it? It's like it tells you to go this way and then a cutscene as you T-bone them. Yeah. Avery jumps out and starts blasting away with his shotgun, hitting the back of the car. I love this shot that hits the back of the car and sends the boot flying up.
Nice.
They reverse at him, but he jumps out of the way. Eduardo shouts Wilson and they leave, isn't he? Wilson, 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 get in the car. Soderbergh used multiple cameras and handheld shooting deliberately because he wanted flexibility and spontaneity from his actors. And I think he gets it, doesn't he? I think you look at these people. Back up the hill.
What's it called when actors just make up?
There's a lot of there's a lot of like
improvisation. I think that's why it reminds me of Shane Meadows quite a bit because. Yeah,
it does feel like they just rely on the actors to just go and do it.
Yeah, agreed.
Back up the hill, the cops are there, the fire department's there, and the ambulance are there. And there's just this Manuel wandering around with a tray serving drinks. This guy in the white jacket is so cool.
Nobody told him.
Madam, drink. But I can imagine. Not Avery because he's away, but I can imagine one of the goons going, "You keep serving it, keep them drinking, till this is all over, and we'll go back in the house." Man, it's so cool. It's so silly and it's so cool. Valentine told the cops that the goon committed suicide, and Avery explains that Jenny's father is the one here for him. Oh man, I'm fucking screwed. I'm screwed to the wall. Oh man,
it was crazy, didn't he?
Avery's line, what's in England anyway? Some rinky-dink country, half the size of Wyoming, where the cops don't even carry guns. I was like, come on, that's bullshit. And it is. United Kingdom is approximately 243,610 square kilometres, whilst Wyoming is approximately 251,489 square kilometres, making Wyoming 3% larger than the United Kingdom. Why, lads?
The lies.
Why must the film lie to us? Valentine tells Avery Wilson won't get near him. He's heading away. In a bar, these lads are playing pool in pairs. Stacy and John are a pair of hitmen. Stacy's horrible. I hate Stacy. He's one of my least favourite characters in this whole thing. Avery's here for them. Stacy knocks some guy out for arguing over who's going to break. I didn't really get what John's story was. Again, heavy-set guy.
Aye.
Was he meant to have a problem? Was there meant to be a thing? A really insensitive thing?
He just really wanted to break, didn't he?
He really wanted to break. He loved breaking.
He really wanted to break those fingers.
He loved breaking. He didn't quite like breaking 2 Electric Boogaloo as much, though. How'd you like to kill someone for me? Okay. They're not underwritten at all. Stacy and John leave with the deets, but they're being tailed. by this guy, and it's quite blatantly a fed. You know. On the set of Elaine's show, Stacey and John are just stood there talking. There's some horrible, horrible stuff here. There's some homophobic stuff. There's some really mean stuff. But there's a couple of things I do like, such as, why don't they make shows about people's daily lives you'd be interested in watching? You know, like Sick Old Man or Skinny Little Weakling. Big Fat Guy. Wouldn't you watch a show called Big Fat Guy? I'd watch that fucking show. Rachel watches that fucking show every day. It's living with me, right? But then when I'm out, she watches My 400-pound life and stuff like that. And she's like, man, I'm going to have to get a wall removed to get Planty out of here one day. But I thought this... And it's 1999, so I would argue that this saw the future of TV, didn't it? This saw the future of Sick Old Man, Skinny Little Weakling.
Yeah. A bit like that scene in Nan and Partridge where he talks about monkey tennis and you fostering with Chris Eubank.
Cooking in prison.
The sort of picture.
Arm wrestling with Chazelle Dave. If you don't do it, Sky will. And he was right. Sky absolutely did do it. Fucking hell. Or as we call it, repeat or delete podcast. Wherever you get your podcast. They spot Wilson and they follow him and Elaine to this parking garage. It's either of her place or of his place. I can't quite tell. They're about to execute him when a shot rings out and some guys come along, just knocking them both on their asses.
Yeah.
These guys bundle Wilson and Elaine into 2 separate motors and drive them to an airfield where they lock them in an office. Again, I assume this is the airfield Trevor owns in GTA. I don't know. But the first thing he says to Elaine, there's a moment of silence. He just goes, "One half crowded in the back of that car, wasn't it?"
Not even worried about his life, it's just worried about the space in the back of the car.
Part of me thinks that they went to Ken Loach and they went, "Could you write some dialogue for this?" Because this has got Ken Loach dialogue written all over it.
I totally agree.
Elaine finds a badge, drug enforcement. They're narcs. I don't suppose you have a steady income. I do. I'm on the dole. And then there's this bit about, I do all right. I'm an immigrant with 5 kids. And I was like, oh, I don't like that, right? I don't like that in 2025. Oh, I don't like that. That's not aged well. Jenny told Elaine that he was like a ghost in her life. She twigged I wasn't in the Royal Marines or playing Iago in some world tour of Othello. Famous Iagos lads, Frank Finlay, Ian McKellen, Christopher Plummer, Toby Jones, one of my favourites, and absolute delight of a human being and possible casting for this movie, Bob Hoskins. I would have watched the shit out of Bob Hoskins as Iago and Bob Hoskins as Wilson.
Well, Michael Caine was...
It was written for Michael Caine. It was written for Michael Caine. Wow. But yeah, they wanted Bob Hoskins as well. I am astonished Bob Hoskins didn't do this. Do you think he was going a bit more family-friendly at this point?
Aye, the rabbit.
Was it Mario Brothers time?
It was about 5 years after that. So you've got the Rabbit, you got Mermaids, you got Mario Brothers. 24/7, Shane Meadows movie.
Oh yeah,
he's the boxing coach in 24. Man, that's a good one, isn't it? Yeah, yeah.
That's another bleak one.
It's
got humour in it, but yeah, proper dark.
And the very end is the guy's dad going, "Why don't you come down Meadow Lane with me? We've just signed this lad. Just signed this lad, Mark Draper. Remember Mark Draper? There's a footballer from the 90s that you might remember. You've just signed this young lad called Mark Draper. I was like, just such a fucking shot, like snapshot of Nottingham for me. Anyway, we're not talking about Shane Meadows, but we will do Shane Meadows' season, which is going to be one film until John decides he doesn't want to do the film anymore. No more podcasts for you. He said Jenny was always threatening to shop him, and he was up to his old tricks. Melissa George, we've got, of course. The feds arrive and walks him up to the boss sitting behind a desk. John, did you spot who it was? One of our faves.
Hell yeah. Yeah, I just expected his razor.
The razor, the disposable razor wasn't available for Bill Duke here. Man, again, we lost him semi-recently, and we lost him a couple of years ago.
Was not utilising this whatsoever.
Nobody is, because he has, again, one of the best lines after all of this. So I've written this down because it's hilarious. Because he just walks in. He don't give a shit, does he? He walks in. How you doing then? All right, are you? Now look, Squire. And again, I call people Squire all the time. After that one Monty Python sketch, I'll knock on the door and I go, "Excuse me, Squire. It's just about your waist." Squire, you're the governor here. I can see that. I'm in your manor now, so there's no need to get your knickers in a twist. Whatever this bollocks is, it's going down between you and that slag Valentine. It's got nothing to do with me. I couldn't care less. All right, mate, let me explain. When I was in prison, second time. No, tell a lie. Third stretch. Yeah, third. There was this screw that really had it in for me, and that geezer was top of my list. 2 years after I got sprung, I sees him in Holland Park. He's sitting on a bench feeding the bloody pigeons. There was no one about. I could have gone up behind him, snapped his fucking neck, wallop, but I left it. I could have nobbled him, but I didn't. Because I thought I wasn't what I wanted. What I thought I was thinking about was something else. I didn't give a toss. It didn't matter, see. This work on the bench wasn't worth my time. It meant sod all in the end, because you've got to make the choice. When you do something and let it go, and when it matters to you and when it don't. Bide your time, and that's what prison teaches you. If nothing else, bide your time, and everything becomes clear. You can act accordingly. You know, there's one thing I don't understand. The thing I don't understand is...
A fucking word you just said.
That's right. He's so good. He's so good. Because again, Bill Duke, Mr. I'll be in your movie. I'll be in that one scene of your movie, but you make me stand up and I'm out of there. I will be in this scene of your movie if I can sit down the whole time.
Yep. Apparently got paid nothing for it. That said in the director's commentary, which is probably why he didn't stand up. But he's still...
it's the old Raymond Burr Ironside thing, isn't it? I'm just going to fucking sit down the whole time. Stamp's accent was never softened for American audiences, Soderbergh said. It's a matter of him refusing to assimilate. And that's his power. His power is that he's this alien, and I thought it was cool. I quite liked it. Wilson explains that they both want the same thing. In the past, I've been known to redistribute wealth, which I liked, but I'm after a different kind of satisfaction. You're not from round here, are you? It's good. Bill Duke explains it's the money he's following. You can't hide the money; you can only disguise it. And sometimes they're in for the drugs or for the money. He explains Avery sent the goons after Wilson. And he gives him a folder with pictures and an address for Valentine's fucking, like, Pied de Terre, doesn't he? This coastal spot. Wilson is free to leave.
The whole scene made me wish there was a Bill Duke, Terrence Stamp cop movie where, like, Terrence Stamp was like a renegade cop.
Like a fish out of water.
And, like, Bill Duke was his angry chief.
And you blow it! That would be good. By the way, put Copland on the list. Whoever does the list, put Copland on. It's a great movie. So Wilson's free to leave, but as you see, like they've obviously bought down this plane and they're just taking like bags of fucking pure fucking cocaine, just throwing it onto the thing. I mean, this is exactly what is happening right now in America. Those drugs are not being sold by the government on the street at all. On the road to Big Sur, Valentine and Solaris, or whatever she's fucking called, are on the road, and Magic Carpet Ride by Stephen Wolf on the stereo. With every intention of looking up Magic Carpet Ride by Stephen Wolf, and I didn't.
Also featured in Reservoir Dogs.
So it is, yeah. Man, Reservoir Dogs is a great movie. He tells a story about hitting a deer on his motorbike, and he's just gloating. And she's like, I've heard this story before. It's like every story on this podcast. Everyone's heard them.
Yeah, that's why we don't talk about that anymore.
No, exactly. She's like that. Why do you take this road? Well, it's a bit more discreet. Yeah, but you do know that there's somebody following us. I hope they are. Wink. Yeah. And he's listening to like this cool thing with the thing down. And in the car, listen to like lift music is Avery, isn't he? You know, Peter Fonda's, they drive like this. And you know, Avery's, they drive like this. Wilson heads up the coast too with Elaine and Eduardo. It's a proper road trip. I don't know why the fuck he's taking that.
That's trick, isn't it?
Doesn't make any sense. The goons guarding Valentine are discussing what a sliding scale is. It's a really good bit of dialogue, I think, and none of them know what a sliding scale actually is. There was complaints. I think somebody said, I think it was the writer. He didn't like it. He said he didn't write it. It was put in. It was too Tarantino-y.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. No, like I say, you watch the director's commentary, the writer is not happy at all.
Right, okay. It is a bit Tarantino-y. It's got a lot of do you tip. It's got a lot of like a virgin and all that stuff in it. Yeah, foot rubs.
The
and all
sliding.
that.
I think his biggest beef, the writer, was the sliding scale speech where the fug's talking about what's the sliding scale, which is so Tarantino.
Oh, it is. Yeah, absolutely. Stacey and John are discussing the feds getting them. Stacey is certain there's a case of money or drugs involved, and either way, they're going to make sure that they get their chance to grab it. Now, this is an interesting little bit that I think's a bit undercooked. I think a little bit more of this, or having this slightly earlier, with a plan of what they're going to do and knowing where they're going to go,
I know what you mean.
would have been better.
Yeah,
and I think
because
I didn't quite get it while I was, and again, listeners, I half pay attention the first time, and the second time when I'm doing the notes, I watched the film probably about 2 or 3 times doing the notes. But I was kind of like, have I missed something here? And I took it back and I hadn't. It's just kind of this little bit's underwritten. Yeah. He says I should be in Paris or Kurdistan, and they're at the place by now. And Avery's line is, try London. He's a history of being apprehended there. It's quite a good line. It's quite a good line, yeah. Wilson kind of admits he doesn't have any friends anymore. Most of the old gang are gone. And he learned that his friends were not his friends after all. Pandorum, or whatever she's fucking called, is asking Valentine... These space movie title jokes doing anything for your listeners? Yeah. Just out of interest, yeah. John's enjoying them. I know that.
They're working.
Yeah, that's all I want. That's all I ask, lads. He's asking Valentine why they're on this trip with bodyguards. He doesn't even explain because he's such a dick. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm just Mystique. I'm Mystique." Meanwhile, Wilson asks where Jenny is. Elaine explains that she loved the ocean and lived at the beach, and Terry scattered her ashes at sea. We see that he spends time looking at the picture from earlier on, which he just fucking nicked
took it. Yeah, just
from the thing, didn't he?
Yep.
And then we see him loading his gun and leaving the Airbnb or whatever they're at. In the cottage, Valentine and Avery are watching Access Hollywood and eating peanuts. I looked up Access Hollywood, but it's just vapid telly. Aye. It was nothing. But did you notice George Clooney was in Venice getting absolutely mobbed with his From Dusk Till Dawn haircut? He's got his really short Dusk Till Dawn haircut here.
I suppose it would have been about that time, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
late 90s.
Or probably on the back of Out of Sight. That makes sense, doesn't it? It's probably on the. This is probably the presser for Out of Sight.
Connection, yeah.
Yeah, because he had that short hair in that as well. It's a great movie. Valentine and Avery are eating these peanuts, and there's a bit where Avery just puts the peanut shells back in, and Valentine's just like, "You didn't put that back in there, did you?" And like he deliberately goes and he takes it out, and he looks at him in the eye, and he puts it in another thing, and he's like, "Better?" He's like, "Yeah, much better. That's what I wanted." It's like again, Paul. I want to see this movie. I want to see the odd couple story of these two pricks. You know what I mean? He only keeps him around because he's good at looking after him. Outside, the car alarm starts going off. One of the goons heads to check it out, and he ends up knocked out and tied up by Wilson. Avery tells everyone to turn the lights off and stay away from the windows. They duck in the kitchen, and Avery tells Gattaca to stay hidden. He spots somebody outside and shoots. When he heads out, it's Stacey, and he's mortally wounded. Has Stacey got makeup on here? Has Stacey got lipstick and eyeshadow on?
I thought
another bizarre scene, yeah.
Again, he's dressed like the woman that's singing Crying in Mulholland Drive. So it's like dressed as Lucy in the Lucy Show. Lucy, you've been very bad.
But I definitely got makeup on it.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like I could again, something that I wish I knew half of what was going on.
His hair looks really like a strange wig,
Yeah.
doesn't it? It's everything strange
Do
about
you
it.
think it's like a later shot?
Maybe
Do you think they got him, like, they were just like, look, we really need a shot. And he's like, look, I'm really busy playing like a character out of Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. I'm in Tu Wong Fu, Julie Newmar. Thanks for the fucking memories. You could have a quick shot of me lying down. All right. Could you just spit up some blood? Yeah, not a problem at all. And then he goes back to Patrick Swayze and, yeah, I mean, sure.
Yeah, definitely something going on there.
Yeah, it was weird. It was very strange. Just then, as Avery's checking him out, he stands up and gets shot by John right through the hand. It's proper like Jesus stuff, isn't it? Yeah, it's really good. John then shoots Tom, the hired goon, before being shot through both shoulders? Question mark.
Yep.
I wasn't really sure what that was about. As Terry goes to leave the building, he's grabbed by Wilson and they struggle as he chokes him. Adara hits Wilson over the head with a poker. and stabs him in the shoulder with a kitchen implement. What was
Yeah,
this?
I don't know what that thing was, but it had
It looked like it was like
things on
a garlic press, the top end
yeah.
of a garlic press or something. What was going on? Terry grabs Avery's gun and leaves him for dead. And then Wilson does the same, just steps over him, doesn't he?
Yeah. What a heel.
By the way, he goes to shoot Wilson, and I didn't know if he was dying and he didn't have it, or if he's just kind of like, yeah, fuck that guy, Terry, I hope you get him.
I think it's just one of the, he knows he's not a killer, so probably just aims anywhere.
Avery doesn't know he's a killer. Avery's a fucking killer.
No,
Avery's...
just...
right, doesn't know Wilson. Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Wilson's chasing Terry down these steps to the beach, and I'm not kidding. If I had to go down all these steps, I'm not going to the beach. This was like the beach that we went to at Dubrovnik, man, at the Hidden Hotel.
Biscuits,
it was like, I was knackered. Whilst fleeing, Valentine falls and does his ankle. Ooh. Like,
he proper does it as well. You can see
like,
the bone coming.
You see the bone. Like, all he does is he slips on some rocks. It's not that bad, is it?
Compound fracture, anyone? No.
Yeah, exactly. Wilson grabs him. Tell me about Jenny. He explains he needed money. And she found out about the deal. So the deal was, earlier on, Bill Duke says, maybe somebody who's trying to rinse some drugs and money knows somebody who's overextended and knows that they need to rinse some money. And we learned that that's exactly what happened. That this guy had gone, like he hasn't got the money. So they rinsed some money through him. They did a drug deal and sorted. The only problem was Jenny. Like, this guy would never have been caught if it wasn't for Jenny being an upstanding fucking member of the public.
Yeah, but I think he felt the overwhelming guilt because that's what she did to him. So I think that's the point. Is the whole point is her being. She wasn't going to do it, but she would obviously just threaten to do it, and he obviously took it too.
Because
that's the thing. That's
right.
what I think makes films like that's a real stinger ending, isn't it?
Because it's the balls, isn't it?
I think it's more about. It's as much about like Wilson being a bad dad. Mm-hmm. Because that's another thing that's very stylistic choice of Soderbergh. We're getting into like a proper film podcast now, aren't we?
Yeah.
No, stop it!
Stop it! Quit it!
You only ever see when he's thinking of her. You only ever see her as a little girl.
Yes.
Which shows that he was never there for her.
Yeah.
And I thought that was like.
Paul, we actually know some real film podcasts if you want to go on one.
I know.
But you can take this shit away.
We know a guy who knows a guy.
We know a few. We know a movie guy.
I love that ending.
That was good.
Yeah. No, it is really good. And actually, there's something here that I love even more. Avery was on it the whole time, we learn. He killed her, basically. They dumped the body in a burning car. We don't see Wilson kill Valentine, and it took me the second time of watching it to then take it back. Like, you see his hand shaking a little bit, and then Wilson gives up, and you see the hand move again. So I don't think he kills him. Am I the only one that doesn't think he kills him?
I'd like to think he killed him.
Like, taking it back to what he talks about when he wanted to kill that screw in the park.
No.
I think he then goes back to that conversation with Bill Duke, and he doesn't kill him because you see the hand just kind of like fall down, but not like fall down dead, like just move down, like thumb going into some molten lead. Cry my eyes out.
Probably would have died of massive blood loss from that massive ankle injury.
Tripping
over a pebble.
He's so feeble.
Hey, have you never stubbed your toe? You know. On his flight home, he sat next to a chatty American, which is the worst possible ending. Talk about an unhappy ending in the film. And she's like, what do you enjoy the most? Do you enjoy going away or coming home? And he's like, I don't like leaving the house at all. I prefer being in a 6x4. I don't know why he said it to Tommy Cooper. He explained he was here for work, and we get flashbacks of him saying goodbye to his new friends. He claims he was working for 9 years on an oil rig.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. But the delivery's good. And what I will say is that I love his eyes. Like, his eyes are the kindest eyes of any man, any actor. Most beautiful blue eyes. And like,
I think he's a very beautiful man.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Even with the silly goatee and the spandex. Yeah. And that's it. And that's the movie. And it's over. And Rachel hated this, by the way. Me and Rachel watched this. We got 20 minutes in, and she sent me to watch it because she didn't
On your
like
bed.
the fractured way. So she sent me to watch it at the table. So I gave up that night and we watched something else. And then I started watching it again the next day. And we got to the bit where, he trousers and all that kind of stuff. And I went, no, it's become a normal film again.
Yeah.
So we put it on, but there's only that bit where it's normal before it then goes back to being fractured. She's like, you fucking lied to me.
You
And I'm like,
bastard.
I didn't. Yeah. So, yeah. And that's the movie. Have we got, we must have more stuff, lads, here. Paul?
Paul, you want to go first?
Yeah. Did anyone notice that Luis Guzman's character had different political figures on his shirts throughout the film?
Oh no.
Che Guevara,
saw
Chairman
that
Mao, and somebody else. But apparently that was Steven Soderbergh was trying
Tony Blair.
trying to
Anybody
make
for white man can't jump.
trying to make the point of working class heroes, which is I think the Terrence Stamp character is meant to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
There is Wilson never smiles throughout the whole film, apparently, which I would have to double check, but that was apparently deliberate.
I would argue he might smile at the very, very end on the flight, but I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not sat next to that woman.
No,
Terrence Stamp considers this is one of his most personal performances.
Ooh, right.
The Limey is now taught in film schools for its editing approach as much as you didn't like it.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, no, I get that. I do get that.
And the core idea, violence offers no catharsis, which I think we got to at the end of our conversation,
yeah.
was
In
the
our own
film's
way.
guiding principle.
All right.
But yeah,
okay.
I think that's it.
Excellent. John Boy?
Somebody mentions freak out, which is a phrase coined in the 60s referring to psychedelic experiences. Think we've already done, is it Brea's Ice Cream? We've seen it in a previous show.
All right.
Yeah.
I think we've done it before. It could actually have been Death Wish.
Who's eating that?
No, it's in a shop, he's scanning stuff in a
Oh, he
stuff.
isn't. Yeah, she's
one
Elaine's
item.
in the shop and he follows her at the shop. Yeah.
Zippo lighters, an iconic brand, and they were invented in 1932
Okay, it's your favourite, yeah.
in Bradford, Pennsylvania. Yeah, I remember all the flick tricks. Parker's Prison is in the Isle of Wight. It was opened in 1838 as a juvenile. No, I say juvenile, but it says it began as a military hospital in 1778. Too many baths are bad for you because that lassie was never at the bloody bath. Because it strips your skin's natural oils, leading to dryness, itchiness, and irritation. Because she was really irritating.
No, I thought you were going to. She was really irritating. I thought you were going to suggest because everyone that you're in a house with gets shot.
No, not today. Car lamps were mechanic systems were invented in 1913, and the first mobilizer was filed, or the patent for it was filed for in 1918 for the mobilising system. And you can typically stay on an oil rig rotation for 2 to 4 weeks, but you need to have an equal or longer period of time off.
All right, so 9 years then.
There you go. Aye.
Soderbergh admitted in a retrospective screening that the linear version didn't float, so he and editor Sarah Flack rebuilt the narrative in post, which of course upset the writer. The film was shot in just over a month, which I think is pretty impressive. It's quite scaled down. It's because it's handheld and it's close. It's impressive. And nominated for 5 Independent Spirit Awards, including Best Film, Best Director, and Best Screenplay. Stamp and Guzman were nominated for Best Male Lead and Best Supporting Male Lead.
Ooh.
Sorry, I just missed one.
Yeah.
The score was by Cliff Martinez, who was a former member of the Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh wow! I didn't know that. That's pretty good. It's a good score as well. It's foreboding. Yeah. The PK Wrigley's PK I spotted. I remember it. I can't remember the last time. I don't think you can get it anymore. But there are 2 schools of thought within the Wrigley family. One suggests PK is an abbreviation of the popular slogan developed by packaging regulators: "Packed tight, kept right." Others believe that PK chewing gum was a tribute to Philip Knight Wrigley, the confectionery wholesaler CEO from 1925 until 1961. Right, I'm going to top them up. Paul, how many do you think we got?
Well, there was a load in that last little roundup, weren't there? So I reckon we've done pretty well. I reckon I'm going to go 96.
Ooh, can you go a little bit higher, John?
101.
Oh, 98.
Oh,
98. So close. So close.
Damn.
So close. But pretty good. Pretty good.
Yeah,
and Paul, actually, do you know what? Next week when you come on, can you have a few more drinks and bring the bring all the cool stuff?
Yeah,
bring
we'll
the cool to the podcast.
We'll definitely do it earlier though.
Yeah, oh absolutely, yeah, because I'm ready for bed. Yeah, fantastic. I'm going to give a shout out to the patrons. Stick with us because Paul is going to remind us where he got his stuff. But give us a quid at 100thingsfilm.co.uk or patreon.com/100thingsfilm. Shout outs to Phil Fairish, and this is in order of when they signed up, so there can be no complaints. Phil Fairish, Rachel Plant, Stig, Josh Wilson, Gavin Belson, Gav McGill. Gav McGill, by the way, messaged me the other day to say, I can't believe you didn't do... I was the only person that voted for The Dark Knight. Well, you're the only person that voted for The Dark Knight, so that's why we didn't do it. Ian Graham, Mono, Biggie, Joe Higgins, Aaron Huggett, Dan Belson, so far behind you, brother, so far. Nigel Davies, Ian McComish, Maria, Ali, Dale, Megan, Jen Stewart, lovely Rob Jones, Kieran Corrigan, Oodles, Candy, Lee Davies, James Priest, Gadget, Kurt Lewin, Dino, Luke, and penultimate Tommy Wiseau. We don't know who this guy is, Paul, but he's called penultimate Tommy Wiseau. We need another Tommy Wiseau to sign up so that guy really is the penultimate Tommy. So if anyone's got a quid to spare and they want to sign up under Tommy Wiseau, it's just a bit and it would be fun. So just do that. If you want to give us more than a quid, please do that. It helps us pay for all the things that are getting really expensive in podcasting. And if I fuck up the edit, it's because my laptop died halfway through.
Yeah.
This is going to be either brilliant or terrible. Some of the things these lads said while I was away was horrible about me, so stick around for that. I'll maybe put it in the Patreon. That might be quite interesting if it's the kind of stuff we can't have on the thing. So yeah, Paul, again, you are like you turn up for all the worst films, and this is probably one of the better films.
Yeah.
Even though me and John didn't really like it, but tell us something else that you're doing. Tell us something else that you've been making in the past 5 years.
So yeah, a full colour version of Death Wish for Jason is something that just came out. Charles Bronson versus Jason from the Friday the 13th. So yeah, all sorts of stuff. But yeah, like I say, at Evil Genius Artworks on Instagram and Etsy, and you'll find all of the weird stuff that I make.
Lovely.
And
you get really good reviews for your stuff. Like the reviews you get are always 5 out of 5. Like you don't get anyone going, "This is shit."
No, that's the
this
thing.
This is shit. 1 star.
I don't have. I'm not massive, but the people that like my stuff, and that's
you sell it worldwide, don't you?
Yeah.
That's really interesting that you should mention Death Wish there, Paul, because you're coming back next week, aren't you?
I am for our. I don't think we've done all 5 together. I think you cheated
We've
on
only,
me. And
we did, because I was so desperate to do that first before we knew you.
Yeah, well, I'll let that go then. I'll forgive you.
We're
coming back, for
Death Wish 5. Death on a catwalk or something. It's so crazy. This it's lunacy. This.
But we're doing it. We're doing it.
We're going to do that one. So again, thanks, Paul. We'll see you next week, mate. John, say something nice to our friends at home.
Yeah, something nice, and Happy New Year. Hope 2026 is good for everyone, and I hope you guys have a better year than you did last year, because last year was a bit shit.
I don't know, mine was all right.
Apart from yours.
Fantastic. So thank you, boys. Thanks, John. Thanks, Paul. I'm Plenty, and this has been excruciatingly 98 things. But we would never have called 98 things from this in a million years. Like I said to John the other day, cool, be looking at you at 50. Thankfully, Paul was here to do the film school guy. But there's been 98 things we learned from the Limey. Tell him I've been. See you guys.
See you guys.